Ayun, nagising na si Rob Pelinka. So this video is puro sa Lakers kasi apat naman to. First, a sign and trade para kay Walker Kessler. So makukuha ng Jazz ang unprotected first round picks ng 2031 at 2033. Tapos pick swaps sa 2028 at 2030. Tapos ang signing niya sa Lakers ay 4-year, 130 million. So 32.5 million per year. Magiging 9th highest paid center in the league. May financial security na kahit yung production is not earned yet. Sobrang risky ng ginawa ng Lakers dahil may injury history ito. Last season, played only 5 games dahil sa shoulder surgery. 63 appearance overall in the past 2 years. Availability has been a massive issue sa kanya. Pero yung pick and roll fit alongside Luka, yung clear vision. Pero eto pa talaga yung gusto nila. He is not that athletic to fly on lobs. Yung nasasayangan ko kasi si Nick Claxton. Kaso ayun, nauna yung Bulls sa kanya. Tingin ko, this is a panic move, yung pag-overpay kay Kessler para maging masaya si Luka Doncic. Kasi si Daniel Gafford at Lively nga, hindi mga highest paid players pero naging high impact playoff pieces. Hindi naman sila worth 130 million, di ba? Tsaka 4 na draft asset. Grabe yun, bigat. So, magtiwala na lang tayo kay Luka na matatransform niya itong si Kessler na hindi nagawa kay Ayton. Silver lining is proven rim protector si Kessler, averaging 2.4 blocks in his career. Okay naman talaga si Kessler Medyo tingin ko nag-overpay lang ng konti. Next, Sandro Mamukelashvili. Solid to sa outside. Floor spacing to open up driving lanes kay Luka at Austin. 4-year, 52 million. Lock-in sila sa isang legitimate stretch big man. Tsaka off the bench naman kaya no pressure. Consistent pa to Sa Raptors, nag-average ng 11.2 points, 4.9 rebounds at 1.9 assists. Shooting 52.3% from the field. Grabe, ang taas, no? Sa labas is 39% with 4 attempts per game. Hindi siya pwedeng isag ng defense. Okay din yung combination nila with Kessler para magkaroon siya ng vertical gravity. Ang dami nang pwedeng gawin sa lineup ng Lakers. Mix and match ka ngayon, depende sa mga matchup. Tsaka 27 years old pa lang to, entering his basketball prime. Next, additional scorer para sa Lakers ay si Quentin Grimes. 4 years, 60 million contract. Isang two-way guard na nagkaroon ng brief history playing alongside Luka and Dallas. Bukod kasi sa magaling na to dumepensa is may tendency ding maging microwave. Tapos nasa second unit pa siya, merong green light. Last season, 13.4 points, 3.6 rebounds at 3.3 assists, showing na he can do a bit of everything pag tinawag. Bumaba lang yung shooting niya sa labas with 33.4% pero expected na tataas yan kasi magkakaroon na siya ng open looks dahil sa mga creation ng stars. Hindi na sariling creation at mga top shots. Actually, okay tong signing na to for the Lakers after mawala ni Marcus Smart. They really need a perimeter defender. Next, another high-octane guard, Colin Sexton. 2-year, $19 million. Spark plug off the bench. Sa lahat, ito yung pinaka-okay sa kanila Absolute steal yung contract niya. Ito yung gusto ni Luka. Makakapag-rest siya ng maayos knowing na merong elite self-sufficient bucket getter off the bench. Ito yung tinatawag nating non-Luka minutes. Alam natin yung caliber ni Sexton. He can single-handedly keep the offense afloat. Kapag nagpapahinga yung mga star, he can create, he can score. The ball can go to Sexton. Sa 24 minutes per game niya sa Hornets and Bulls last season, average ito ng 15.4 points at 3.3 assists, shooting 48.5% at 40.1% sa 3-point distance on a high volume of 4 attempts per night. So ayun, Lakers fans, let me know all your thoughts. Anong palagay nyo sa mga nakuha ng team nyo? Sapat na ba to? Ano yung mali? Sino yung dapat? Sino pa yung kulang? Banat na sa comment section below. I will now step back. Bye-bye!